Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, Mike's Philippine Retirement. Today I'm going to talk to you about what my friend is going to get for $20 a day. I have a friend in Las Vegas. He's been a good friend for the past decade, and he's coming to the Philippines. He's never been here before. He's been following the blogs. We talk often. He's one of the few people that I contact almost on a weekly basis back in the States. And we talk about different things going on in life. We both worked at the same company. We both hung out at the same casino. We did the same things. We were fishing buddies. But now he wants to come and visit the Philippines. And he's coming for 90 days. And David is his name. His wife passed away 3 years ago. And now he's ready. He's retiring. And he wants to come and visit the Philippines. He doesn't know if the Philippines is a place for him to live. He's happy with his life back home, but he's coming here for 90 days. Now, Dave, I've talked to many times, and I told him, go ahead and experience talking to Filipinas online. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't get sucked into their drama and everything, but talking to somebody, getting familiar with them, becoming friends with them, maybe buying them load here or there. But just be careful. Don't get too involved. Don't get sucked into the drama of a Filipina in the Philippines talking to a foreigner back in the U.S. There's a lot of Philippine women who live in Las Vegas, and David's been able to meet some Filipino women, date them, also meet their friends and date them. The networking is pretty good. But he's not interested in a romance that's going to lead to marriage or anything. But he wants to come and travel the Philippines. So what does $20 a day get David when he comes here to the Philippines? He asked me, Mike, you're going to come spend time with me and we're going to travel the islands together. I told him, David, I don't do that anymore. I can't go traveling. I'll gladly meet you in any city. I'll meet up with you in Dumaguete, Cebu, anywhere you want to meet. I'll gladly meet up on a Monday and stay until the weekend and head back home. But he wants to go many places. He wants all the tourist spots. He wants to go to El Nino, and he wants to go to Boracay and Alona Beach, and he wants to go down into Mindanao, and he just wants to experience a lot of things. He wants to go to Angeles City too. I don't know why people like going there, but he wants to go to Angeles City also. And I told him I can spend a week with you, but all that time you're going to be here, you're going to be traveling by yourself. It's a lonely thing traveling by yourself. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet people. And David brought up to me that he met someone online. He liked her. They've been talking for about a year now, off and on. No long distance relationship, no commitments. But when he told her he was coming to the Philippines, she got really excited, wants to meet him. And David is thinking, can I ask her to travel with me? Can I ask her to be a travel companion for those 90 days so I'm not alone? Almost like a tour guide. Somebody to help me get on board the airplane, somebody to show me where the airports are, what taxi to use, not to use, if it's a jeepney, how to use the jeepney, exchanging the money, buying things. This is David's first time out of America other than Canada and Mexico. This is the first time he's traveling overseas. And I told him that's a great idea, but be careful of the trust issues here. You got a woman traveling with you that you haven't met yet, and chances are you're going to be staying in the same hotel room. So your cameras and your laptop and your phone and your money, all that's there. You have to make sure you trust her. Be careful of your possessions. I'm not saying anything would happen, but you have to be aware of your surroundings and what could happen, because you really don't know this woman yet, David. Well, David told me he's talked to her, but she has a job. She works in a restaurant, clearing off tables, waiting tables, nothing really special. She makes about just under 500 pesos a day. And he's thinking he could hire her to be a tour guide. And I go, well, that's pretty risky, putting a price tag on a companion that you're traveling with. What if it develops into something more? Which chances are it's going to happen. Unless you're going to get 2 different hotel rooms every time and you're going to be dating people as you're traveling, which you won't do. It's very awkward if you have a companion with you, even as a tour guide. to date other women is going to be awkward. So this is a woman you've met online, David. You're going to take her with you. I'm going to say compensate her for her time because she's got to leave her family. A little bit about this woman. She's 36 years old. She's a single mom, has two kids, and they're going to stay with her parents while they're traveling. That's his hope and his goal. And I said, offer to pay her. Pay all her expenses, pay for the room, pay for her meals, have a good time. Go where you want to go, not where she wants to go, where you want to go, and pay her for the companionship as a tour guide. Compensate her for her time. And I know a lot of people are going to say that's, a little borderline. I don't know if I would do that. But by offering to compensate her for her time as a tour guide, guiding him around the Philippines, I don't think 1,000 pesos a day is too much. Now, if it's 90 days, negotiate the price down. That's a lot of money in a period of 3 months. What is that going to be like? $1,200 US, maybe 1,300 US. But you're going to be with someone that you've already talked to online for a long time. You're familiar with them online. You're happy in the conversations you have. You're comfortable with her with the conversations you've had, but you still haven't met her in person yet. So this decision to ask her to be a travel companion, and you have to pay her. Of course, she has to give up her job to go do this with you. She won't get that job back. She's going to have to find a new job when she gets back. But that shouldn't be too hard at that type of work. Plus, if you're compensating her, she'll be able to send money to her family who's watching the kids, and she can have a great time with you. And probably there's more trust there because you're going to be giving her this money at the end of this travel time. So there's nothing for her to go and take a little bit, knowing she has this big lump sum at the end. So you're negotiating a little bit of trust into the issue by paying her at the end. I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if hiring a tour guide, a travel companion, somebody to help you book the planes and check into the hotel and get into the cabs and helping you with all your travel arrangements and everything is a good idea. But like I said, David's never been out of the country, and coming to the Philippines, you know how hard it is and how scary it is the first time you have your backpack and you have your travel bag and you go to the ferry and you're looking for the ticket office, and everybody's got their hands out, everybody's grabbing at you, they want to carry your bags. You buy your ticket, you walk to the ferry. Again, people want to help you. They act like they're a porter, but they're really not. And it's nerve-wracking the first time. A lot of times it's like walking through a gauntlet. All the people that are hitting up on you because you're a tourist, and they can sense that you've never been here before. You don't know what you're doing. And having that travel companion, having that tour guide who is going to help you maneuver through the obstacles of Philippine life, plus the language, speaking the language, translating for you, making sure you're really not being taken advantage of, hopefully knowing what good food is and bad food, protecting you from the water, and just protecting you as a whole. There's a lot of tour guides or tour companies here in the Philippines. They have these white vans. They get like 10 or 12 people in there, and they drive people from like Cebu City down here to Negros, and they're stopping at all the tourist spots. They're stopping at Oslo so you can swim with the whale sharks, and then they bring you into Negros and they take you up to one of the waterfalls. They take you up to the Smoking Rocks, and it's the same thing all through the Philippines. There's many tourist guide companies out there that will help you um, have a great vacation. So I think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think David needs to plan. I think he needs to lay out an itinerary of what cities he wants to visit or towns, how many days does he want to stay in each, and book ahead. And a lot of things involved on a 90-day visit to the Philippines. David, if you're listening to this, and I know you will be, I'll gladly spend 5 days with you in the beginning and 5 days with you somewhere in the middle. But the rest of the time, you're on your own, and you got to be careful. Finding a tour guide is not the worst thing in the world to do. I see so many guys here with tour guides, women that they meet. They're not in any kind of relationship. Nothing happens. You know, they buy two rooms and they buy two meals, and it could get complicated if you meet somebody you like, and you and the tour guide aren't hitting it off so well. But keep an open mind, enjoy the country, enjoy the travel. But everybody, let me know what you think about hiring a tour guide or someone you've met online that you really like and paying them to take you around the islands. And some people are going to say, don't do that. But you're going to hook up with a girl that you met online. You're going to pay for everything. You're going to buy her gifts. You're going to, travel with her, and you're going to buy her ticket. You're going to pay for her room. You're going to buy her new clothes and new shoes, and you're going to pay for her scuba diving and her snorkeling, and you're going to do all that. So what's wrong with somebody that you've met and you're comfortable talking to and hiring them as a tour guide? I think it's a great idea. You want to come here to the Philippines, and if you've met someone online, even if it's not a relationship, you still want to meet them. I remember when I came here, I wanted to meet everybody I ever chatted with online. I wanted to meet every girl who suckered me out of every dollar so I could look in their face and say, see what you gave up. But for David, I think it's a good idea. I think he'll be careful enough. I'll give him whatever guidance I can give, but you're on your own. You're a grown man. It's time for him to get out there and enjoy the world and enjoy his life. He's worked hard his whole life. He has a great life in Las Vegas. He has a home in Summerlin. He is just in a good place in his life. And coming here is a good adventure. I find it safer than going to a country where the language is a little bit harder, more challenging for first time overseas travel. Coming to a country like the Philippines, where the signage is in English, the people talk English. It might not be the best English. They might not completely understand what you're saying, but they get the gist of what you're saying, and you can have a conversation with some people. And again, this girl that he met online, been talking to for a while, I think it's a good idea. I look forward to reading all your comments, guys. Give David a heads up on what he should be expecting or what he should be doing, or if this is a terrible idea. So until next time, thanks for watching. Mike's Philippine Retirement.